What is going on, YouTube? This is Black Bigot with another edition of iNegro News. This story was sent in by one of my faithful subscribers. We're going to go to Philadelphia, where we're going to go see a story about a raccoon that has some serious mental deficiencies. Let's go live to the studio.
Witness News reporter Anita O joins us now live from St. Christopher's Hospital. That is where the little girl is currently being treated. Anita.
That's right, and such a scary thing to happen just before the holidays. Animal control officers have set a trap for that raccoon to try to prevent this from happening again. But doctors told that family that it could take at least a year for this baby to fully recover. And now the parents want the person they call their landlord to be held responsible.
This is ridiculous because my daughter could have lost her life.
4-month-old Journey Black is on a long road to recovery after a raccoon attacked her inside this home on the 2100 block of North 22nd Street Wednesday night.
When I finally got to her, she was laying on the floor, so it dragged her off the bed across the room. And she was like real bleeding and crying.
It's been mere days since Ashley Rogers says she moved into this home with her daughter and 6-year-old son Jordan. Other tenants also reportedly rent rooms here, though no one inside would come to the door or speak on camera. The city's licenses and inspections department tells me the homeowner who purchased the property in May does not have a rental license, and that if he is renting rooms, he is doing so illegally.
It needs to be shut down. Everybody needs to leave out of there.
Rogers says she contacted her landlord after the first raccoon sighting earlier in the evening, something neighbors say is common, especially with trash in the area.
It's terrible around here with these raccoons. Yes, it is.
When the homeowner arrived to help remove the raccoon,
He said that they chased them out.
but after the raccoon later attacked the baby, the landlord rushed them to the hospital. The family says it intends to pursue legal action.
It is his responsibility.
Now, I reached that landlord by phone earlier today. He initially hung up on me and then called me back a little while later to tell me that everything had been resolved and to contact his lawyer if I had more questions, but he would not provide me with that attorney's name or contact information. Meantime, that baby does remain here at St. Christopher's Hospital after a surgery here earlier this afternoon. We're live in North Philadelphia tonight. I'm Anita O, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
Anita, keep us up to date, please. Thank you.
Okay, first of all, I am glad to finally see a cute baby out of Philadelphia, because my time that I was spent there was looking at nothing but ugly-ass babies all over the place. I feel very bad for what happened to the baby. Very, very awful. I am not going to condemn the parents for what happened here, because first of all, I'm just glad to see a black man and a black woman together raising a child from all intents and purposes from what I see. So that actually makes me excited about that part of the story. You got to ask yourself, when you're a father and you're raising a child with a woman and you see where you live at, which is a total and absolute dump, which is what a lot of Philadelphia actually looks like. When you got raccoons around your apartment and you're seeing like a rabid raccoon and you're living in the ghetto, that's when you really got to look at yourself and say, you know what, baby, I think it's time to move out of Philly. I think it's time maybe we go to South Jersey, we go to even New York or somewhere else, because Philadelphia, even though that is like the only city on the East Coast that I love, Philadelphia is a fucking dump in a lot of areas. I think it's time for those parents to get out of there. I'm not going to blame the parents for what happened here to the raccoon, to the baby because of the raccoon. But I think it's now the father, I think it's his time now to decide, you know, as the figurehead and the fatherhead of the family, to get the hell out of that dumpy ass apartment. It appears to me that they easily have a lawsuit. Hopefully the landowner has some type of insurance so they can sue. I hope that they get some money, and I hope it's kept out of the parents' hands, because I'm not trying to be judgmental, but they look like the type that won't be able to do well with acquiring a large sum of money. Hopefully that money goes into some type of a trust fund for that baby. That landlord definitely needs to be sued, and you know it's time. Hopefully they catch that raccoon. And you know, unfortunately, I love animals, but you're gonna have to euthanize that raccoon, or at least whoop its ass. I mean, you got to do something. So anyways, very sad story. Hopefully the baby, you know, even through the blurry pictures, you can see how damaged the baby was. So hopefully the baby heals. Hopefully it gets they get some money into a trust fund for that baby. They sue that landlord and move the hell out of that dump. Okay, no one with a baby should be living in some squalor-ass conditions such as that. I know where that neighborhood is. It's a dump. Anyways, this is Black Bigot, iNegro News.